Stary the Magical Star and the Lost Kitten Whiskers. The star who watched over the world. The midnight sky stretched endlessly above the sleepy village of Willowbrook, a tapestry of twinkling lights woven across the darkness. Among them, one star pulsed with a special golden glow. Another night, another adventure. Stary sang, doing a playful loop-the-loop around a wispy cloud. Their light reflected in the still waters of a forest pond below, making the surface shimmer like liquid silver. Stary loved watching the tiny world beneath them, the foxes curling up in their dens, the owls beginning their nightly hunts. And especially the warm yellow lights of the village cottages where families gathered. Oh! What's this? Stary's glow brightened as they noticed movement near the edge of the forest. A tiny orange blur darted between the trees. Meanwhile, down in Grandma May's cozy garden, Whiskers batted at a moth dancing in the moonlight. The kitten's white paws gleamed against the dark soil as he crouched, tail wiggling with excitement. Almost got it. Whiskers leaped, but the moth fluttered just out of reach, drifting toward the shadowy tree line. Without thinking, Whiskers gave chase, his little bell collar jingling as he bounded after the flickering insect. The moth disappeared into the forest, and Whiskers skidded to a stop. The trees here grew close together, their gnarled roots twisting like sleeping snakes across the path. For the first time, Whiskers realized how far he'd gone. "Grandma May," he called uncertainly. Only the creaking of branches answered. Above, Stary's light flickered with concern. Oh dear, a little one in trouble. With a shower of golden sparks, the star began descending toward the darkened forest. The first fear. The forest air grew colder as Whiskers turned in slow circles, his fluffy tail puffed up to twice its normal size. Strange noises echoed around him, the skittering of unseen creatures, the distant hoot of an owl, the eerie creak of ancient trees swaying. "This isn't funny anymore," Whiskers whispered to himself, backing up until he bumped into a tree trunk. "I want to go home." Just then, a particularly loud snap came from the bushes nearby. Whiskers' heart leaped into his throat. "Who's there?" he squeaked, pressing himself flat against the ground. A pair of glowing eyes appeared in the darkness. "Eep!" Whiskers squeezed his eyes shut, waiting for the worst. "Hello there, little one," chimed a musical voice. Whiskers peeked open one eye to see the glowing eyes weren't eyes at all, they were part of a smiling, star creature blue with wings face hovering just above him. Golden light spilled from the strange being, pushing back the shadows. I am Whiskers," the kitten stammered. "Are you a ghost?" The star creature laughed, a sound like wind chimes. "I'm Stary. A magical star, here to help lost little ones like you." They did a cheerful spin, scattering tiny sparks that danced in the air before fading. "You mean, you'll take me home?" Whiskers' ears perked up hopefully. "Of course." Stary bobbed in the air. "But first, we'll need some help navigating the forest. I know just who to ask." As if on cue, a soft greenish glow began pulsing between the trees. Dozens of tiny lights floated toward them, resolving into the Firefly Guides. "Flick at your service," announced the lead firefly, executing a graceful midair bow. His wings hummed as he hovered before Whiskers' nose. Heard you were lost, little traveler. Behind Flick, dozens more fireflies arranged themselves into a shimmering arrow pointing deeper into the forest. Wow! Whiskers breathed, his fear momentarily forgotten. He reached up a paw, and 3 fireflies landed on it, their cool light tickling his fur. The fireflies know every path in this forest, Stary explained. They'll light our way. But first, Flick said seriously, you must promise not to eat any of us. Whiskers looked horrified. I would never. Well, maybe if you were a cricket, but you're much too pretty to eat. The fireflies all laughed, their lights blinking merrily. Then follow us. As the group set off, the fireflies formed a glowing canopy above them, their combined light pushing back the darkness. Stary floated beside Whiskers, occasionally darting ahead to illuminate particularly tricky roots or stones in the path. Watch your step here, Stary warned as they approached a muddy patch. The bog of eternal stickiness isn't fun to clean out of your fur. Whiskers carefully picked his way around the mud, but his back paw slipped. Gotcha! Stary's light flared, somehow solid enough to push Whiskers back onto dry ground. How did you do that? Whiskers gasped. Star magic. Stary winked. It's shoo. Flick interrupted. We're approaching the listening tree. We must be respectful. Ahead loomed an enormous oak, its trunk wider than Grandma May's cottage. Strange carvings swirled across its bark, and its branches seemed to form the shape of a wise old face. The owl's warning. As they neared the great tree, the fireflies dimmed their lights respectfully. A shadow detached itself from the branches above, landing silently before them. Hoo hoo hoo, intoned Hoottimer the owl, his golden eyes gleaming in Stary's light. What brings travelers to my domain at this late hour? Whiskers shrank back, but Stary floated forward. We seek safe passage for this lost kitten, wise Hoottimer. The owl's feathers ruffled as he studied Whiskers. Small for your age, aren't you? No matter. The forest tests all who enter, regardless of size. He spread his wings dramatically. 3 dangers lie ahead. Whiskers gulped. T3? First. Hoottimer pointed a wing eastward. The blackberry thicket, its thorns snag the careless, and its sweetness distracts the hungry. Second. He pointed north. The Grumbly Badger's den. Wake him, and you'll regret it for a week. And third? Stary asked. Hoottimer's eyes gleamed. The bridge of broken promises. Many start to cross it, few complete the journey. Whiskers' tail curled around his legs. Maybe we should go back? Nonsense. Stary chimed. With your cleverness and my light, we'll be fine. Right, Hoottimer? The owl studied them a moment longer, then suddenly hooted with laughter. Your courage pleases me. Here, he plucked a feather from his wing. Take this. Blow on it if danger finds you. As Whiskers carefully took the feather in his mouth, the great owl spread his wings and vanished into the night. The Bridge of Courage. The path grew steeper as they descended into a misty ravine. The fireflies' lights reflected eerily in the fog, creating floating halos of greenish glow. "There it is," Flick whispered. Before them stretched the ancient rope bridge Hoottimer had warned about. Several planks were missing, and the ropes looked frayed with age. Far below, a stream gurgled over sharp rocks. "We'll never make it across," Whiskers whimpered, his paws trembling. Stary floated to the first intact plank. "Watch this." Their glow intensified, becoming almost solid as they pressed against the rotten wood. Where the light touched, the plank shimmered and became whole again. "I can reinforce it as we go," Stary explained. "But we must be quick, the magic won't last forever." One by one, they began crossing. Whiskers placed each paw carefully, trying not to look down. Halfway across, a sudden gust of wind made the bridge sway violently. "Hold on," Stary cried as Whiskers' claws scrabbled against the wood. Crack! A supporting rope snapped. The bridge tilted sideways. Whiskers screamed as he started to slide off, "Use the feather." Flick shouted. Remembering Hoottimer's gift, Whiskers blew with all his might. The feather glowed blue and